What does all that mean? It means simply this, that when we are in the kingdom, let me help you. When you got saved, you came into the kingdom of God. However, we don't live like it. What good is it to be in the kingdom and not know you're in the kingdom and don't live like it? It's like living in Beverly Hills and still treating your mansion like it's a double wide. You don't live in a mansion and act like it's a double wide. Come and listen to a story by a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed, and then one day shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude. Let me help y'all. We got stuff coming up through the ground now. We ain't got to live like we still in the double wide. We ain't still poor mountaineers. See, there's a governing the king, his influence, his values, his lifestyle now governs us as we live as citizens of his kingdom. It's a king ruling and those in his kingdom accepting and practicing his morals, his values, and his lifestyle. Now, see, when we shift from just being Passover and Pentecost, we don't necessarily go to the church no more and look for 3 points and a hoop. We go now, is there a word from the Lord? See, when you transition to the kingdom, you're not concerned about being entertained anymore. You want to be empowered so that your lifestyle can change, so your values can change, so that what you have can change, and so that what you do can change. It's living like the king now. So don't get mad at me if I just give off some air as if I'm a king's kid. It's just who I am. I cannot ignore the fact that I've been grafted in and now can testify that I'm a king's kid. That's why you can't treat me any kind of way and get away with it. Why? Because I'm a child of the king. You can't talk about me and put me down and think the king gonna let you get away with it, because the king got my back. So be careful how you mess with the king's children. Some of y'all are going against people who are mistreating you. Let me help you. You ain't got time to be bothering yourself with them. You ain't got time to be fighting with them. You ain't got time to be trying to chase them down to get even with them. Let me tell you what to do. Stand back and watch God handle it, because God has the power and cannot be arrested. See, I just know that in the kingdom of God, I'm covered and protected. I'm shielded and I'm hidden in a rock. And even when mother and father forsake me, the Lord still takes me up. When they scandalize me, he still says, I got your back. When they try to put me down, he still says, I got your back. And still, no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. And every tongue that rises against you shall be condemned. Why? Because you're my child. It's a new set of rules now. New set of laws. New set of practices. New priorities. Don't get mad at me because stuff that you thought that was so important when you had a church in mind, and now I don't make that priority for my life. I still love you. I still love you. I still care about you. But it's just not priority any longer for me to just keep doing the same old church shenanigans. And folk will get mad at you if what they make priority is not your priority. It's not priority for me anymore to just go to everybody's conference. That ain't priority no more. Because I'm more concerned about building the kingdom of God. And I found out that most of these conferences ain't building nobody's kingdom. They're building a name for some people, but God ain't concerned about name. God wants to know, is there anybody who will build my kingdom for me? New set of priorities. New behavior. Some things that you did in church. Let me help y'all. Some of the best sin you ever did, you did it with fellow church members. Don't sit there and look at me with that kind of attitude. I'll call your name out and call out the sin in you. You did it with church folk. But when God shifts us from just being churchy to being kingdom minded, then you're going to change your behavior. Some stuff that used to make you mad ain't going to make you mad no more. When you shift from that churchy mindset to a kingdom mindset, some stuff that you thought was so important for you to get caught up in, you're going to change the way you see that whole thing, because now you got a whole different concept. New behavior, a new standard, new morals, new relationships. I'm not going to stay on this part long, but let me help y'all. Some of y'all are so connected with people who ain't shifting. You're so tied to people that are standing still. Let me tell you, when people are trying to stand still and God is trying to move you, trying to shift you, somebody's going to get frustrated. And so you're wondering now, why are you so frustrated? Why are you so aggravated? Why is it that I just don't feel like I used to feel when you went around certain kind of people? I want you to know why you don't feel like you used to feel. Because you're trying to shift and they're trying to stand still. And when God's trying to shift you and others trying to stand still, then what you're going to have to do is break yourself away from them so you can go to the next level. You will not be able to have the same relationships in kingdom and kingdom living that you had in church. All those church gossips, all those church cliques, all those church hypocrites won't be able to handle you when you start living like you in the kingdom. Have new relationships, new permits, and new rejections. What you used to allow, you won't allow no more. You will tell people in their face, don't call me with that kind of mess no more. You'll look them right in their eyes and say, don't even think about it. I have graduated from that. I used to be there, but I graduated now. Hit somebody and tell them, I'm graduating. Only a fool stays in the same class all their life. At some point, we need to graduate. Some things we just no longer permit in our lives because we have shifted to a kingdom culture. Some things we reject because it simply does not coincide with the language of our kingdom culture. Some